These secret mistakes are holding you back from living your best, most flexible life as a dietitian. Now, I'm going to save the best tip for last. The first mistake that you have as a dietitian is not setting clear goals or not setting any goals. Now, keep in mind that you can't measure progress without a clear goal. For example, you might want to get your first 3 clients or make your first $1,000 or make $1,000 regularly. Or maybe like some of our clients, you want to quit your clinical job and replace your salary with your private practice earnings. All of these examples would be clear, quantifiable goals that you can work towards. What you want to do is break down your goals into process goals, and that's going to help you work towards getting things done in your business and really focusing on building habits. So for example, if you want to get your first client, there are several action items that you can focus on to work towards getting your first paying client. And that's going to include talking to people often, promoting your business, and then making the pitch, meaning that you have to tell people that you're taking clients. So those would be the action steps that you would measure towards reaching that ultimate goal of landing your first client. The second private practice mistake I see is not having a clear message. Now, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this before. In private practice, the biggest issue is not really your counseling skills. You have all the knowledge, you've been to school, you have your RD credential. The issue at this point is marketing. You're not really sure how to communicate your message in a way that people understand, or more specifically, online marketing. You're not sure how to effectively use digital platforms like your website, social media marketing, or email marketing to reach the people that you want to reach, and then offer your services in a way that gets them to purchase and gets them to purchase consistently. I will remind you, as a private practitioner, you can't serve everyone, so you will need a specific area of expertise to claim. Now, there are some very few exceptions to this. If you have an insurance practice, you might not need to focus on this as much, depending on if you've got a brick and mortar practice or a virtual practice. But let's say for a virtual solo practice, you're going to need to have a clear message. For example, pregnancy, nutrition, disease state, weight neutrality, food freedom, weight loss, any one of those examples, sports performance, child growth, infant feeding, etc., vegetarianism. All of those ideas would be examples of how you can package your message and get more clear with how you serve people. Digital marketing does include search engine optimization, websites, SEO, email marketing, social media marketing, podcasting, YouTube, webinars, joint webinars, etc. So you'll have a better chance of positioning yourself on the internet when you claim your specialties, such as pregnancy, nutrition, weight loss, etc. So you want to make sure that looking into these platforms, you know that with more specificity as a nutritionist, you're going to have a better chance of creating a clear targeted marketing campaign, which could then reach more people. Ultimately, that's our goal as practitioners. The third dietitian private practice mistake is a lack of time management. Let me know in the comments if you can relate, or if you're struggling with time management, or what particular area you'd like to learn about time management. Now, let's face it, when you're the boss, the decisions are never ending. What EMR to use? What day should I work? What should my working hours be? What social media platform do I use? Who do I serve? How do I serve them? What do I offer? When do I increase my pricing? These are all really common questions. And as an employee, you're not really faced with this level of decision making. So when you become your own boss and you sustain those business goals that you're striving towards, the decision-making skills only become more necessary. So it's, adopting the habits to learn time management will actually help you make better decisions. For example, you're setting working hours. You're creating limits, like not working on Fridays, as we're working towards here at Dietitian Boss, or you don't see clients in the mornings, or you limit yourself and you only take 20% clients and the rest would be a group program or a membership or a course or something partially or fully passive. So those are all examples of how you structure your goals to manage your time so that you know how to focus in your business. And that will really help you with satisfaction and fulfillment in order to create that flexible lifestyle that I know so many of you want to create. The last dietitian private practice mistake that I see that I don't talk about as much as the messaging and the marketing and the social media, this is the one I save for last. And that has to do with coaching skills. If you lack confidence with coaching skills, that can hold you back in terms of making money and helping more people. I'm a big fan of motivational interviewing, and when you adopt this tactic and technique, you're able to impact more people because you're really practicing the same skills you'll need for marketing. You're asking open-ended questions, you're practicing active listening, you're asking people to tell you where they're at on a Likert scale so you can really assess readiness to change. For example, on a scale of 1 to 5, how ready and willing are you to insert the outcome? And let's say change your habits, lose weight, whatever it might be. So if somebody is not a 4 or a 5, you have a better understanding that they might be in that pre-contemplation stage. So adopting some of these tactics when you're coaching and having the willingness and the confidence to practice these tactics are going to make you a better private practitioner. And when you are somebody who people want to speak with and they want to refer to, that's going to help your overall mission and vision in your company. And that all comes from you practicing some basic communication tactics. You also want to make sure you're getting feedback. Sometimes we can be so unaware of how others perceive us. And so if people don't blatantly tell you what some of your skills are or what some of your quirks are, you can use surveys or ask for feedback from paying clients or people who aren't yet paying clients to try to get a better sense of how you can adjust your messaging and position yourself in a more assertive manner. The best tip I can give with improving your coaching skills, in addition to practicing to improve your confidence, would be to always think about meeting somebody where they're at. So for example, if you're practicing the Likert scale and you're asking somebody on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, how ready are you to lose weight? I'm just for purposes of that example. And if they tell you they're at a 1, then you have to meet them where they're at in that pre-contemplation stage. So what I see a lot of dietitians do is they either skip that question or they get the answer, but they're not yet leaning in to that stage of change where the client is telling you they're at. And it's just going to take some practice. So for context, if somebody is not ready and willing, then you don't want to push them forward. You want to pause and explore further what that means and how you can support them at that exact moment. And that is a coaching skill that anybody can learn with some practice and some patience. If you are interested in learning more secrets about starting your private practice with less mistakes, I have a free webinar that I'm going to put on screen here, and the link is listed below. If you watch this free webinar, you'll learn about a couple secrets to starting your private practice, and I am going to offer you a spot in our membership where you get access to me, my team, my signature roadmap, and a ton of new content every month to support you in starting and growing your dietitian private practice. If you like this video, I want you to watch this next video on screen. We'll see you next week.